Bubba, good morning. Personally from me, thanks for being here.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me. It's fun to be here.
Obviously 2 wins this year. You and I spoke after Torrey Pines, the bunker shot that you hit on 18. I think probably should be the shot of the year.
Yeah, it was a tough shot because of the situation.
Yeah.
But as a pro, just if you were out there every day just goofing around, you see the slope and you play it off the slope. So I had to pick my club up real fast because of the lip of the bunker, and then just come straight down on it and pop it out. And it just takes the contours of the green and slopes towards the pin. And so somehow I didn't scull it out of there with that pressure, but came out, and then the putt, the 12-footer that I had to make at the time. At the time, we didn't think I had to make it, but
right.
I ended up having to. And so yeah, it was one of those things that I've goofed around and played a lot of those shots, but to do it under that pressure was really special.
I think the strongest part of your game is your short game, even more than your driver. Would you agree?
Well, I love it more. It's more fun to have the short game because then the imagination shows up, the creativity shows up. I use a lob wedge everywhere. I use a 64-degree lob wedge everywhere around the green, inside of 100 yards, creating all different shots with that.
President's Cup's coming up. You've got Keegan Bradley, who didn't make the team. Do we need to look at that? Do you think that's right? That PGA champion, maybe even player of the year?
I think the system's pretty good because I made it.
Yeah, but you've won twice this year.
But it's one of those things where it's an unfortunate situation where he is because he's a rookie.
Absolutely.
Yeah, if he would have been here last year, he would have had more points and he probably would have passed me.
Absolutely.
So it's a tough call. I think it's fine. I think the points, you make the top 10, you get it, and then you get 2 picks. The picks don't have to be 1, 2, or 11 and 12. They can be whoever he wants. And Haas was really close on points and then backed it up with a win. He had to win to make the team, and Freddie said that, and he did it. And so it's one of those things where it's a tough situation, and somebody's always going to be left out.
Of course.
Number 11 usually left out, number 12. So it's a tough call. I'm glad I'm not a captain.
No, exactly. I think it's a unique occasion, and it may happen again. A lot of talk about long putters. I mean, you look at the last 5 wins so far. Should they ban them? Should the USGA and RNA have to do something? Have you any thoughts on that? Have you tried a long putter?
I've goofed around. I think Nick O'Hearn, he still uses a long putter.
Yeah.
I've goofed around with his because he's lefty, but it's one of those things where you obviously had a problem before you went to the long putter or the belly putter, so I don't think there's any reason to ban it. I don't think there's anything to do with that. I think it's just one of those things, people have got confidence in it right now, so they're switching to it.
Yeah.
But like Webb Simpson, he's been using it for years and years, so it's not anything new. It's just his golf team's been to a new level now.
Yeah.
So all these guys are good players. They're great players, and they're just taking it to a new level mentally. So that's what's really doing it. It's not the putters doing it. They still have to stroke it.
Of course.
If they still shaking, it's still shaking. It doesn't matter what, long or short.
I heard a great comment actually last evening from Brandel Chambly from the Golf Channel, and he talked about it like it was to tennis when they started using both hands to play a backhand shot at tennis. And there was a stigmatism with it. I think my opinion this year, the stigmatism is gone from people using long putters. Agree? Disagree?
Yeah, more and more people, when they start winning, people are going to try that.
Of course.
It's like if people want to hit it farther, they're going to try to grab a G20 ping and see if they can hit it far. It's one of those things. It's the new fad right now. Everybody's trying it out. But I'll never go to it. Hopefully, I'll never have a belly to go to it. But I just don't. I don't see it. I mean, I don't see that my game's that bad where I need to switch to it yet.
Not at all. Not at all. Talk about your equipment. Ping are the industry leader in custom fitted equipment, and I mean, I know what's in your bag. Talk to me about that relationship. Is it a trust relationship that you completely trust your equipment?
Yeah, it started back when I was 8 years old. I played ping since I was 8. I've had a junior set. That was the first ones to make the junior sets, weighted for a kid. So I started playing them back then, and then growing up, I've never played anything else. So I trust them. They've been with me every step of the way on golf. They've treated me well. They treat me like part of the family. But being custom fit to your body type, your height, your weight, your length, whatever, they've engineered it perfectly to fit me, and so far it's working. So I'm going to stay with them until it quits working, I guess.
Exactly. If it ain't broke, don't change it. Bubba, what's next for you? Major championship. Is that what's going on in your head? Thinking 212, let's go do it, work harder, work around my schedule? Have you started to think like that for 212 yet?
Yes, started thinking about that a long time ago. I would love to win a major. I'm giving it my best effort, but I'm not going to change my schedule around for that. I'm just going to play the same schedule I've always played. But I want to win one, but I'm not going to do anything different. I mean, I'm practicing as much as I can. I'm going at it the best way I know how. A year ago, I won one, and I lost in a playoff in the major. And then this year, I've won twice. So next year, I'm looking for just keep moving up. Obviously, I'm doing the right things. We all want the process to go a lot faster, but it takes a while, and I might never win one. So who knows?
Bubba, Ping N-Flight, that's the fitting software that Ping developed. From me being a PGA professional player, where do you see that technology? I mean, we watch your YouTube videos. We see what you're up to with all the games and so forth. And I mean, has technology helped you, with the equipment and what you're seeing? I mean, how in tune are you to knowing your numbers with your equipment? Obviously, especially with a driver.
Yeah, it's for me the in-flight is perfect because I love video games. So it's like a video game. I hit a ball and I get to see numbers pop up. But for me, it's really been a help with the drivers. Seeing different numbers when the new driver comes out, getting a handful of drivers and testing them, seeing if the weighting's right, seeing if the grip's in the right place, but seeing the numbers and seeing if the shaft's too weak, too stiff. I mean, you can see the numbers, see if the ball's spinning, especially with the loft. Loft is what we work on the most. If we have too much loft, it spins too much. If we have too little loft, it just doesn't stay in the air enough. And so we're always trying to tweak it and make sure we get the optimal number for me to hit it Bubba long.
You got it. Well, Bubba, I appreciate your time here today, and good luck in the President's Cup. And can't wait till you get that major in 2012.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thanks very much, Bubba.
Thanks.